The escalation in the Middle East started 2 weeks before, when Israel attacked Iran's embassy in Damascus, killing 2 senior generals of Iran's Islamic Revolution Guard Corps and their aides. This included General Mohammad Reza Zahedi, a key figure in the operation to strengthen Hezbollah. Iran quickly identified Israel for the airstrike, declaring it as a violation of its sovereignty and vowing retaliation. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei had made it clear that Israel would be punished for the attack, while President Raisi underlined that Israeli actions would not go unanswered sooner not later. Israel's focus had been on Iranian proxies, like Hezbollah, without directly targeting Iran. Recently, Syria has emerged as the central battleground for Tel Aviv and Tehran. In Gaza crisis, Iranian proxies have been targeting directly at Israel from multiple fronts. Now, Iran took its revenge when it launched over 350 drones and cruise and ballistic missiles at Israel in an unprecedented show of strength, though most of them were intercepted by Israeli defenses with some support from the US, the UK, and France. Tel Aviv employed its 3-tier umbrella of missile defense systems to thwart the massive barrage of incoming Iranian missiles. Before we proceed with the news and facts, please like and subscribe the channel to continue to receive such informative videos. Thank you. Iran so far has scored a huge respect and moral victory by attacking only military installations and not the civilians. Iran moved fast after the attack to text the message that its response had been effective and successful, so there was no need to do anything further at this stage. Iran's Joint Chief of Staff declared, "Thank God, we see this mission as a successful one that brought the necessary results, so we see no need to pursue it any further." This was Iran telling the world that it was willing to be measured in its response and has no intent to escalate. Iran has further scored a huge respect and moral victory by attacking only military installations and not the civilians. Tel Aviv, for its part, has been suggesting that it would exact a price at a time and place of its choosing after any strike on Iran. Israel would lose his impunity to retaliation by Tehran, which is a major diplomacy concern at the moment. For Israel, the critical issue now is to re-establish deterrence vis-a-vis Iran, with allies that helped in fending off the Iranian attack, calling for restraint. President Biden made it clear that the US will not participate in any offensive action against Iran. The UK, while working with allies to de-escalate the situation, has refused to label Iranian Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. It wants to ensure that the efforts are aimed at ensuring a pause in fighting and getting aid into Gaza. We must both be alongside Israel to ensure its security as much as possible, but call for a limit to avoid escalation, French President Emmanuel Macron said, viewing an immediate de-escalation. The regional players such as Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates, which have assisted Israel and would not be able to go along with Tel Aviv against their interests from the domestic public pressure. Meanwhile, the pressure on the Benjamin Netanyahu government to respond is growing, while Iran has warned Israel that repercussions will be much larger than tonight's military action if Israel retaliates against Iran. Israel, that had lost its sense of security after the assault on October 7, shattered after Iranian massive strike on Israel. Israel had been under the now discredited leadership of Netanyahu, who was unable to restore confidence with his seemingly unending, possibly failing war in Gaza and a growing global isolation for Israel. Genocide verdict in International Court of Justice. The failure in tackling the Iranian attack is another challenge to its leadership. Retaliation or restraints would decide his and Israel's fate.